Simultaneously, I feel like we should pay attention, and this is, I guess, I'm not borrowing, but certainly I'm in lockstep with like Nassim Taleb on this, which is paying attention to things that have persisted for very, very long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
And also paying attention to evolutionary biology. It's like we are evolved to be very social creatures moving through physical space together.
Yes.
Full stop. And if you take that away,
if you take one or the other away,
right,
you're in trouble.
You're in big trouble. And you don't have to understand all the myriad mechanisms by which this and that happens and 15 different hormones interact to produce some type of subjective experience. It's like, if we have evolved with these things as constants over millennia upon millennia, maybe it's a good idea
to
keep them as regular ingredients in your daily experience.
We know why. We know why the need exists. We know exactly. Neuroscientists know exactly what you're talking about. And this is the theory of hemispheric lateralization. Again, very simple idea with complicated words for tenure. This is the theory that's being most popularized right now, but probably the most visionary cutting-edge neuroscientist living today, who is Ian McGilchrist at Oxford.
Yeah, smart.
He wrote The Master and His Emissary back in 2010. And The Master and His Emissary talks about the fact that the two hemispheres of the brain do many things the same, but fundamentally, they get at your two needs, which is to figure stuff out, to dominate world's problems, to make progress, and to feel fully alive by being a beloved person. Why? We have two hemispheres of the brain that do those complicated things. That's the left hemisphere. How and what? And the complex things, which is the why questions, that's the right hemisphere of the brain. All of the mystery, the meaning, the love, the happiness, that's processed in the right hemisphere of the brain. And how you go out and do stuff is in the left hemisphere. The problem is modern life. This gets into the meaning crisis, has pushed us all into the left hemisphere of our brain and slammed shut the door to the right. Everything that we're doing, from workaholism to hustle culture to making sure that people don't study humanities, they only study STEM, and most especially to the simulacrum, the technologized simulacrum for ordinary life, that's all left hemisphere. And if you're on the left hemisphere, you're going to know how and what and how and what and how and what, and you're going to be bereft of why, including the big why questions, which make up the meaning of your life. And so the solution, where is meaning to be found? It's the right hemisphere of your brain. How do you open it up? That's the meaning protocols. And it really comes down to these very simple ideas that we've already been exploring. And it comes down to this. There's something that I promise you that great-grandfather Ferris never said to your great-grandmother, which was, honey, I had a panic attack behind the mule today. And the reason is because it wasn't a thing. And the reason is his brain was working the way it was supposed to work. His life was pretty boring, and it was boring from day to day, objectively boring, but he never said my childhood was boring.
Yeah.
His right hemisphere was exercised as well as his left hemisphere. And the result is he didn't have flooding of the HPA axis. He wasn't morbidly depressed for no apparent reason. He didn't live in a world of affluence and yet feel like he was experiencing nothing. And the reason is his brain was working the way it was supposed to work. This was not a policy problem. This was a neurophysiological problem that he didn't have and that we have actually today. And so the result is we have to live in an extraordinary way that was ordinary 100 years ago. The simulation we really need is the old-fashioned life, is what comes about, because almost all of the things that I talk about in my research that people can experience if they actually put some work into it is to open up the right hemisphere of the brain and do what was absolutely ordinary. Not that long ago, 3 generations ago, as a matter of fact.
Complicated versus complex. I like the distinction. And also, having just come back, just brief aside, every year I do this past year review. I'm going to be doing that in the next few weeks.
Me too.
Look at my top relationships, top defined as dear, close relationships that are reliably nourishing for everybody involved and energizing. And then I book time in the next year, more time with all those people.
Mm-hmm.